What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Gil here, and I'm super excited because at work, on my tiny phone screen, I saw this and I had a little fist pump in the back that they announced a Demon Souls remake. How do we know this is a remake? Well, you can see it from the graphics, but it also gets confirmed right here. Entirely rebuilt from the ground up and masterfully enhanced. I have high hopes. Bluepoint Games, every remaster, every remake that they make, their last game that they released was Shadow of the Colossus remake. They do a better and better job. I have some visual qualms with Shadow of the Colossus remake, but by and by, it is a fantastic remake. So, I turned this on, 4K, watched it at home. Let's have a look at this. Playing it at half-time speed. Maybe we'll do 0.75 speed. There we go. As I said, Bluepoint Games. I took some notes. I have a basic idea of what I want to talk about. And there's actually, they pack in a lot of information in here. First, with this establishing shot, I was like, oh, I'm not sure. It looks kind of like fantasy. But this right here, this snow, this is going to be important later. This made me think it was going to be Elden Ring, because Elden Ring has a sort of Nordic theme from what we know about it. Beautiful valley, beautiful river. But very soon, in a great big way, they reveal the iconic Demon Souls shot. Right here. This is where I knew my heart... Oh my god, there it is! The upside down undead. I'm not sure what they called them yet in Demon Souls. I believe it was undead. They didn't have the concept of Halloween yet, if I'm right. If I remember correctly, it's been a while. But this is classic Demon Souls. Everyone remembers this from the intro cutscene of the original game. They pack in a lot of information in this video. A small teaser. And I think quite a bit of it is actually in-game graphics. Here we go. Tower of Latria, the gargoyles picking you up, taking you to one of the spookiest zones in the game. And right here, oh my god, it moves so fast. Right here is one of my favorite shots in the trailer. We have the Storm Shrine Stingrays, and there's something about this that I just love so much. You can see that they updated the design. Let's see. They updated the design in an interesting way where they made the stingrays more demonic looking and more raggedy and damaged and weather torn, which is really, really cool because as much as I love this level, these creatures just seem like they're just flying stingrays. That's it. They're goofy, but they're just flying stingrays. But here it seems like they have a more of a otherworldly nature to them, which I think is a sign of to me, a good update to the model. And of course, you know, the whole stormy environment aesthetic, it really works well. In the original game, it kind of hinted that it was storming, but just with graphical limitations, it didn't quite pull that aesthetic off, but it seems like right here they're going very hard into that storm aesthetic. There we go. Oh, here we have one of those skeleton butchers, classic, from one of the earlier levels in that zone. And here we go. Here we have our big boy. And I want to talk about the boss designs, but we're just going through this one by one. Our big boy. Let's compare. Let's see. It's a great shot. They replicated the shot almost perfectly. Of course, we have the graphical changes. This is a 4K version, apparently, of the Tower Knight. And you can see that they held very true to the design. Let's compare the swords. Also, quite a skinny sword with a... yeah, like this looking... not the handle, but the guard. The word is escaping me. So it's a very similar looking sword, very similar idea. This one again looks just a bit more otherworldly, I think. There's something to be said about the colors, as we can see. It seems like Demon Souls is a very color-saturated game. See, like, pretty deep greens in the area, and this... Oh, seems like they moved away from that, but they also added a lot of greenery. Whether that was technical limitations or just the artistic thing that they wanted to do, the original had less grass and green growing around Boletaria, which is something that you can also notice that Bluepoint likes to do in their Shadow of the Colossus remake. They made the... I wouldn't go as far as they made the world more lush. Well, they did make it more lush, and it seems like they're adding a bit more foliage here in the remake of this. But yeah, the Tower Knight looks great. There's not much more to talk about the Tower Knight. Of course, he gained more detail, but they stick pretty true to the design. I just want to see, does he have the same mohawk? Yes, same mohawk. Alright. I think we're going to see the Flame Lurker next. Oh, here we go. We have that undead guy. We all know where that's at. Alright, here we go. The Flame Lurker. He got a glow up. I think this is just a far better design. Not everything I think Bluepoint does in their remakes is necessarily an upgrade, but I very much like this. And that's the Flame Lurker. Let's go back a little bit. So you see this guy. There we go. Big stretch him. Where is he? And then here we have the Flame Lurker in the original game. To me, he always just seemed like an angry football player on fire. He always seemed like just a normal dude, and that might have been deliberate, but up close he looks cool. But this, again, is 4K. In the original, you didn't get to see so many detail. But he always just seemed like a regular guy on fire. A little bit with how he moved, his proportions, his detailing. But right here, they took a lot of pages from Balrog from Lord of the Rings. But I think he's better for it. He looks more demonic. He looks more otherworldly. Right here, we have our ending shot. The Dragon God. You can't have a Demon Souls trailer without this. The boss fight was kind of not that amazing. But the boss is iconic. Let's find a good stopping point. Let's see. There we go. And we can compare. Again, this stuck pretty close to the original. He has the multi-eyes. He has the many teeth. What color are his eyes in the remake? Yellowy orange. They stuck very close. I think the biggest redesign that they made, from what we know, were the stingrays, and then also the Flame Lurker. Now we hear a fantastic roar of powerful proportions. But there's one more thing I want to talk about. And I need to give credit to Zuli the Witch. If you don't follow Zuli on Twitter yet, Zuli does a lot of Souls content. Does a lot of data mining and that sort of stuff. And let's go back to the beginning of the trailer and put this all together. Right here. The original game has a swamp zone, has a prison area, has mines, has flame areas, but it does not have a snow area. Well, there's 5 levels in the original Demon Souls, as you can see here. 5 worlds. But then, there was a 6th Archstone. Archstones teleport you to the specific worlds. And this 6th Archstone was set to take you to the land of the giants. But the 6th Archstone was broken. And as we read on the Demon Souls wiki, the Nexus has a 6th Archstone, the Archstone of the Giant, as I just said, that was broken under unknown circumstances. It led to a realm known as the Northern Limit, a snowy fortress gifted to the giants of the far north. The fortress is home to large amounts of strange mixes of man and beast. And people always thought that this was supposed to be in the game, that it was cut content that they couldn't finish on time. And it seemed that was actually the case. Here, Zuli the Witch found found that there was content for a snow area and some creatures to be living in that area, as we can see here. So to me, a remake, of course, we all want the game to be preserved. We all want the game to remain, to be able to catch that ephemeral nature that the original game had. But I also think it's a great opportunity to add content that the original developers were intending to add. So this is just me putting on my my tinfoil hat, but I think in some way or another we're going to see the world of the sixth Archstone in this game. I'm calling it now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm calling it now. But they're going to restore the content in some way or another. Hopefully it's going to be included in the game. It would be dumb if they release the game as is and then they add that DLC. But I think the sixth Archstone is going to be playable in some way. That is me. I'm a big, crazy fan for this game. Absolutely love it. And I'm so excited that more people will get to play this absolute gem. I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with their online components, because this game was groundbreaking with its asynchronous online elements. And I'm so excited for people to try this out. But that's all I have to say, guys. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully there was something that excited you in addition. Maybe I pointed out something that you haven't seen. Or maybe you've seen something that I haven't really talked about. Let me know. Just let me know in the comments, guys. I'm super excited. I'm going to keep a close pulse on this game. This frickin' fracking game. Where is it? Play has no limits. Where does it oh, right here. Demon Souls. Guys, thank you very much. If you guys want to keep tabs on me, just subscribe to the channel or like. Help me out with the algorithm. It's all appreciated. And I'll see you guys next time. You guys are great. Hang in there and stay safe.